7 plant enthusiasts, 10 months, one shared goal: to grow the best plant we possibly could. This wasn't just some casual competition, it was a 10-month showdown featuring 7 skilled plant enthusiasts, all determined to grow the most spectacular plant. These aren't beginners. Every competitor is at their absolute A game. To keep my head in the game, I made a bold strategic move. I decided to focus on one person, Melissa. Why? Because I had a hunch she'd choose a pothos, slap it on a moss pole, and let it take off. And guess what? She did exactly that. Melissa has mastered the art of growing an amazing pothos on a moss pole. She's one of the best. She's a skilled grower. Melissa picked a marble queen, a plant I've grown on a moss pole before. I knew exactly how fast it could climb and how massive its leaves could get. I also knew she'd be my toughest competition. This wasn't just about growing anymore. It was about outgrowing her.
Okay, Nora, take it down a notch. That's a bit much, don't you think?
Too much? Lee, this isn't just a competition. It's a battle for botanical glory. There's no holding back. My plant of choice was a Philodendron autumn queen, a beautiful plant no doubt, but not exactly famous for giant leaves or rapid growth. My first major hurdle was transitioning my plant from soil to LECA, a slow, delicate process that brought growth to a standstill. While my plant was adjusting, Melissa's marble queen was sprinting ahead, climbing her moss pole like it was born to win. The pressure was mounting. Every inch her plant gained was a reminder that I was falling behind. Could I catch up? Melissa played to her plant's strengths perfectly. A pothos on a moss pole? Practically unstoppable. Meanwhile, my philodendron was still adapting to its semi-hydra setup, and every moment spent adjusting felt like precious time slipping away. But I wasn't giving up. I knew if I nailed the perfect environment, I could turn things around. The moss pole wasn't just for stability, it was my secret weapon to encourage growth upward and bigger, healthier leaves. I added a grow light to give it an extra boost, flooding it with brightness it needed. But then autumn arrived, followed by winter, and the slowdown hit hard. The shorter days and weaker light brought everything to a crawl. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses. Everyone had to deal with autumn and winter at some point. But here's the kicker. I had no idea that there were bonus points for the biggest leaf and the tallest plant. Did I skim over the instructions? Probably. And honestly, if I'd known, there's no way I would have chosen the autumn queen. I would have gone with a climbing plant with massive leaves, something built to dominate in these categories. Every month was a roller coaster of challenges and progress. My philodendron slowly adjusted to its LECA setup, growing stronger and inching up that moss pole. But Melissa's marble queen? It was relentless, climbing higher and faster every month, as if determined to crush the competition. The gap between us felt impossible to close. I poured everything into my plant: consistent nutrients, optimal light, and a stable environment. The moss pole gave it the support it needed, but Melissa's plant had a fabulous head start, and catching up wasn't easy. Even with the fierce competition, I reminded myself that this challenge wasn't just about winning, it was about the journey. Watching my philodendron evolve month after month was its own kind of victory. Then came the final judgment.
The Philodendron Autumn Queen, and immediately straight off the bat when I saw these two photos next to each other, I was just like, whoa, this one feels like it's a whole other plant. It has come such a long way. And firstly, the thing that I love so much about this type of philodendron is just how the new growth comes in so pink and kind of autumnal, and then it fades to more of a beautiful green color. I think it's a plant that kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit, so for that reason I think it is just beautiful. As I say, it looked very healthy before, it looks incredibly healthy after. The person that grew it has put it on a lovely moss pole, which again is obviously helping. I really like the decorative pot they've put it in as well. Obviously that's more of a style thing, but I just think it really helps to complement the plant because it's quite a vibrant plant. Having something quite neutral I think works quite well. It's so hard to find something like not positive to say about this one, but I think if anything, the only thing I could comment on is the fact that although it's given lots of new growth, it hasn't necessarily, the foliage hasn't sized up that much. So I would probably, if it was my plant, be giving it a little bit more light. In my experience, a lot of philodendrons can be acclimated to take pretty much full sun, and that's how I've got quite a lot of mine to size up. So if it were my plant, that is probably what I would be trying.
More light? I was mortified. My plant had a grow light and was soaking up every bit of brightness I could give it. And the leaves did get bigger. Oh. But hearing the judge say they weren't big enough, well, that really was a punch to the gut.
Oh my goodness, the after photo of this one is just out of this world. It's gone from looking like a very juvenile, very beautiful, but very juvenile little plant that you kind of pick up for £5 in your local Tesco's to something, I don't know, to something that you'd almost find growing in its natural habitat. It's absolutely amazing. So, after much deliberation, I have got my top 3 plants here. Third place, I've chosen to put the Philodendron Glorious. As I said at the beginning, I think the person that has grown this one has just managed to achieve a really amazing scale of growth in quite a short amount of time. I already commented on the veination, but I think that just, I don't know, that often comes along with a really mature plant, and I just think it's beautiful. And then in second place, this was hard again, but in second place, I put the Philodendron Autumn Queen because, again, I just think the level of growth, although it hasn't sized up perhaps as much as the previous one, the level of growth that you've been able to achieve in a short amount of time with this one is incredibly impressive, and the plant just looks so healthy. There's no signs of damage. I like the way you've displayed it. That looks like a really great moss pole. So yeah, that would be my second place choice. And then if you hadn't guessed, I think for me anyway, there was a clear winner here, and that is the second Pothos Marble Queen that we saw, just because, I mean, I have been growing Pothos plants for the last 7 or 8 years since I first got into houseplants, and never have I ever been able to achieve that scale of growth in a Pothos plant, and that's in years. And the fact that you've managed to do this in a matter of months just blows my mind, honestly. Teach me your ways. It's incredible.
And with that, Melissa claimed victory. Her Pothos stood tall, lush, and undeniably spectacular. A well-deserved win. My philodendron secured a second place. A bittersweet achievement for a plant that had to adapt to LECA and play catch-up from the start.
You really wanted that crown, didn't you, LECA Queen?
Well, I didn't sign up for second place, did I, Richard? In the end, it didn't matter how much effort I put in. This competition was about results, and my plant just didn't measure up. This challenge wasn't just a test of growing skills. It was a crash course in strategy, focus, and resilience. Every competitor brought their A game, and I never underestimated any of them. But by zeroing in on Melissa, I stayed motivated and pushed my philodendron as far as it could go. Don't forget to check out the incredible videos from the other participants to see how they tackled this challenge. You'll find all the links in the description below. This is my Philodendron Autumn Queen today. A winner in my book. For the next plant challenge, I'm coming back smarter, stronger, and ready to win. Who do you think had the most impressive plant? Let me know in the comments, and if you're rooting for semi-hydro success, hit that subscribe button. The next challenge, it's mine to take.